I slept with Sexy Red. Stop playing with me. And you clip that all you want to. Empty the clip, nigga. Talking about I party with Sexy Red and slept with Sexy Red. Ask her. That's on the dead homies. I slept with her. Yeah, my name got mentioned in the Diddy trial. What, you thought it wasn't?
Ray J just be getting drunk and saying anything. Why would he sit up there and say that shit on the stream? Why would you say that, Ray J, for real?
Welcome back to Unlocked, where the tea is piping hot and Ray J just poured another scalding cup. You know this man's practically a walking, talking viral moment, and just when you thought he might be taking a breather, he goes and pulls a wild stunt on Twitch that has the internet collectively gasping. So picture this, Ray J is live, probably feeling himself a little too much, and he casually drops a bombshell that would make even Hollywood blush. He claims he and Sexyy Red, yes, that Sexyy Red, got intimate on a flight, mid-air, in a shared cabin no less. Wild, right? Naturally, social media went absolutely nuclear. Tweets went into overdrive, news outlets scrambled, and suddenly everyone was asking the same question. Is this real, or is Ray J just being Ray J again?
Why is you going online telling all people business for? And then gonna have the nerve to go online and talk about something he slept with Sexy Red. What man just go around telling his business like that? Like, I don't get it. Baby, when I tell you, next thing I knew he was making a video clearing up that he did not in fact sleep with Sexy Red, that team got on that ass. Sexy Red called that bitch so quick, like, fuck nigga, please stop playing with me. He need help. That boy is crashing out. And I don't know if it's this like reach out for help, but at the point, why everybody crashing out? What's tea? What's in the water? Because what?
Now, if you thought that was wild, buckle up. Sexyy Red wasn't about to let that lie. She swiftly shut down Ray J's claims, making it crystal clear she wanted no part of his messy rumors. This, of course, put Ray J right in the hot seat, facing a tidal wave of backlash for throwing her name out there so carelessly. People immediately called him out, labeling his actions disrespectful, insensitive, and a blatant cry for attention. Fast forward just a few hours, and Ray J pops up on national TV, suddenly in full apology mode. He mumbled something about getting carried away, blaming adrenaline and the moment, but still managed to stammer out an "I'm sorry, Sexyy Red, I shouldn't have done that." But let's be real, that public mea culpa, splashed across tabloids and news sites, reeked of a rushed PR move, like he just slapped a flimsy band-aid on the viral mess he ignited. What makes this whole saga even spicier is Ray J's notorious track record. The man practically invented celebrity drama, from leaked tapes to endless mishaps, so when he spills tea, everyone's first thought is this legit, or is he just orchestrating chaos again? Unsurprisingly, fans quickly dismissed his apology as completely PR-driven, too strategic, too polished, and utterly devoid of genuine remorse.
I want to apologize to Sexy Red because Sexy Red is one of my favorite artists. And Sexy Red and I was on a plane and we were both flying somewhere. We randomly saw each other. She was sitting by me. She had her space. I had my space. She had her own blanket, her own pillow. I had my own blanket and my own pillow. And we had a long flight. And we both were tired, you know what I'm saying? So we went to sleep. Just like we would sleep with anybody else that was sitting next to us on the plane. I went out of control and I said that I slept with Sexy Red. And that's insensitive and it's not okay. And it's trolling at the highest level. And I want to say, Sexy Red, my bad. You know, I hope this gets there and this gets clipped and this gets shown, because even though if I said it later on the stream, that didn't get clipped. All they heard was what I said, and it was childish. It was uncalled for. And, you know, it wasn't cool. My bad, Sexy.
Unsurprisingly, Ray J's quick fix apology did absolutely nothing to extinguish the inferno ignited by his wild live stream moment. That infamous Twitch slip up where he falsely claimed a mid-flight tryst with Sexyy Red sent shockwaves through the digital realm, and let's just say she was not having it. Wasting zero time, Sexyy Red hit Instagram with a clapback that instantly went viral. In a bold, unapologetic post, she tore into him, writing, "Cornball ass lying on you meat is weird. Clay and you, not with me even to be saying we slept on the plane together. I said hi and kept it pushing. Is you cool?" The vibe was crystal clear. She was beyond heated, and for good reason. This wasn't just about setting the record straight, it was about fiercely defending her name and shutting down what countless viewers saw as a desperate clout-chasing stunt. Fans were quick to rally behind her, slamming Ray J's actions as not just embarrassing, but utterly reckless, widely interpreting it as a calculated, desperate grab for relevance, piggybacking on Sexyy Red's skyrocketing fame.
One thing that Ray J knows how to do is keep his name in the press. He knows how to he knows how to keep his name in the press and be Mr. Controversy. Like, why you say you slept with Sexyy Red? Ray J. Ray J. Ray J. Raja. We see you. I mean, when do we not ever see you, Ray J? You're always into something.
With the internet breathing down his neck, Ray J then tried to do some damage control, dropping a second apology, attempting to sound a bit more accountable. He muttered about not being in the right headspace when he spewed his wild claims, and finally admitted to being totally out of control. But let's be real, by that point, the ship had sailed, sunk, and exploded. His reckless words had already gone supernova, dragging Sexyy Red's name through a Category 5 storm she absolutely did not sign up for.
Bro, we slept on the plane together, bro. I was trolling. I know, bro. I was out of control.
You raging.
I wasn't okay. I did an apology on the news, on the national news. I said I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
Sexy, really?
The first shit always be, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
let's be clear, Sexyy Red wasn't about to let Ray J off the hook with a flimsy apology. Even after he admitted he'd gone too far, she fired back, reposting a message that read, "People be jumping on trends every single day." A clear and pointed call out. Far from cooling down, the situation only intensified, keeping Ray J's name ablaze across trending topics as fans refused to give him a pass. But then, the internet was hit with a whole new tsunami of drama, dragging Ray J into an incredibly serious, yet unproven rumor surrounding none other than Whitney Houston. A content creator, Emily Hagan, went viral by audaciously implying Ray J might have been connected to Whitney's tragic passing. Though her post was swiftly deleted, the digital damage was already done. Ray J, understandably, was furious, slamming back with a WTF. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That dude in the interview was real quick to tear down another black man and talk about stuff he knows nothing about, and then he had the nerve to bring up Whitney like I had something to do with it. He reminded everyone this wasn't his first rodeo with these vile accusations, having already tried to set the record straight during a Twitch stream with Mana Slaughter explaining people on blogs pulling up stuff about Whitney and trying to link me just because I was seen outside the hotel, but I wasn't even inside. I couldn't even get in. What are people talking about? It's beyond disrespectful to it. I wasn't there, and now it's just spiraling out of control. And just when you thought the chaos couldn't possibly escalate, none other than Suge Knight, yes, the notorious former Death Row Records boss, tossed another grenade into the mix on the Art of Dialogue podcast. He claimed Whitney had allegedly mentioned Ray J in a concerning context before her death, supposedly saying, "Brandy's little brother keeps showing up with things and being around me. Next thing you know, she's gone." Now, let's be absolutely clear, there's zero solid evidence backing these wild claims, and Ray J has never been officially linked to any wrongdoing, yet the drama clings to him like a shadow, and with his name surfacing in connection to so many high-profile bizarre situations, fans are legitimately starting to wonder why these stories just keep popping up.
I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used the term that Brandy's little brother bringing me doing with me. Brandy's little brother trying to kiss me and do with me.
Seriously, can Ray J just not stay out of the drama? His latest head scratcher had everyone scratching their heads. Out of nowhere, he threw some major public love Diddy's way, and let's just say, the internet was not having it. Fans immediately piled on, slamming his support, and the backlash was swift and brutal. Ray J, ever the social media warrior, clapped back, claiming people were just mad he was backing someone they disliked, straight up saying, "People mad at me for supporting Diddy," and got weird stuff to say, like I'm riding too hard. Now Ray J's been spotted at Diddy's infamous parties more times than we can count, so everyone assumed he was deep in that circle. But when his name started surfacing in connection to leaked clips from those wild events, the vibes shifted. Even though Ray J hasn't spilled any specific tea or pointed fingers, the mere mention of his name ignited a massive online firestorm, leaving everyone questioning just how close he truly was to everything allegedly going down around Diddy. And as if that wasn't enough, Ray J's simultaneously juggling industry smoke and his never-ending personal mess. His relationship with Princess Love is a literal reality TV show that just won't quit. We're talking 4 divorce filings deep, and they're still stuck in a toxic tango, unable to decide if they're together or officially done. It's like a broken record of explosive arguments, legal paperwork, and tearful public reunions. Their on-again, off-again saga is so public, people are already placing bets on a 5th divorce filing before the 4th one's even finalized. But then, Sukihana strolled into the picture, and things spiraled into a whole new dimension of chaos. Her arrival basically dumped gasoline on an already raging bonfire of relationship drama. Suddenly, whispers started circulating that Princess and Ray J still have intense feelings for each other, which might explain why they keep detonating instead of just walking away for good. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and frankly, it's kind of heartbreaking to watch unfold. Ray J even publicly declared that if he ever walks down the aisle again, it's only with Princess, the sole person he sees himself settling down with. And if that doesn't work out, he's apparently done with relationships forever, vowing to just turn up non-stop. His exact words: "When you make a promise to somebody and it don't work, you gotta just go back to living all the way turned up. If I ever slow down again, it'll only be with her." That was the deal. And regarding this latest divorce attempt, Ray J tried to clarify the confusing situation, stating, "The papers, yeah, they filed, but we not all the way done. We separated, not totally out. So, officially split, but emotionally, they're still a hot, tangled mess. No wonder fans are utterly exhausted and bewildered."
I made a vow to Princess, so even if we get a divorce, that's it for me. And I'm living life from there. I'm turned up forever. When you make a vow and you promise somebody something that intense, then if that don't work, then you just gotta go back to like being like all the way up. And then if you ever want to like slow it down again, that's the only person that you could do it with, because that's the fucking agreement, and that's what I told you. I told you straight up, I got you. I hate to say till death do us part, but we said that shit.
Now, while Ray J consistently finds himself drowning in drama, let's pivot to Sexyy Red, who's also been making headlines, and not always for her chart-topping bangers. Her meteoric rise to stardom took a rather sharp, controversial detour not too long ago when she was linked to a figure who practically manufactured online controversy, an adult performer known as Gucci Third Leg. Yeah, just the name alone was enough to send eyebrows skyrocketing. Gucci had built his reputation on an over-the-top persona and wild stunts within the adult entertainment world, but things took a hard left turn when the internet started absolutely buzzing with disturbing rumors about his personal life. According to a deluge of online sources and viral threads, Gucci was allegedly being incredibly reckless behind the scenes, engaging with women while reportedly knowing he had serious health issues, all without a shred of transparency. These rumors ignited like wildfire, with legions of people accusing him of being dangerously negligent and completely disregarding the well-being of others. The situation hit a breaking point when multiple women bravely came forward, claiming they had tested positive after working with him. Screenshots, DMs, and damning video clips flooded social media, transforming the entire ordeal into a grotesque viral nightmare. It wasn't long before Gucci completely vanished from the adult film scene. He eventually surfaced on a podcast to clear the air, and in a moment of surprisingly raw honesty, he publicly admitted to testing positive for HSV-1, which, as you can imagine, only dumped more fuel onto the already raging inferno surrounding his name.
Danae Davis.
Yeah.
All right, you are an OnlyFans star.
Yes.
What happened between you and Gucci third leg?
I wouldn't test positive for HSV2 unless you had HSV2. If you gave me HSV1 genitally, I would test positive for HSV1, but just have it in my genitals. So, but I don't have HSV1. I have HSV2.
What was that on his penis?
That was HSV2.
So when the rumor mill started churning about a potential hookup between Sexyy Red and Gucci third leg, trust me, things got messy fast. It all exploded the moment a selfie of the two surfaced online, and let's just say fans went absolutely wild. The internet wasted no time throwing shade, claiming Sexyy Red was moving way too recklessly within her circle, with some even joking she'd morphed into a delivery truck for bad energy. All thanks to Gucci's established history of making headlines for his rather careless behavior. Look, Gucci's reputation isn't exactly squeaky clean. He's been called out repeatedly for his lack of transparency, so when Sexyy Red was seen with him, people immediately started connecting dots, even without a shred of concrete proof that anything actually happened between them. And it certainly didn't help that shortly after that picture went viral, Sexyy Red dropped a provocative post on her social media, teasing, "Who might be the up? I got a big fat wet waiting for you." While she didn't name names, everyone instantly assumed she was talking to her ex, rapper Woo Slime, and that's when the real storm hit. Audio leaked online where Woo Slime made some incredibly serious claims, alleging Sexyy Red hadn't been honest with him during their relationship and even hinting that other men might have been misled too. The drama escalated, but Sexyy Red didn't directly address his comments. Instead, she posted a cryptic message that read, "Everybody gets burned. You gotta be strong for the downfall. It's not for the weak, and I'm weak." That single post sent the internet into a frenzy, raising a ton of eyebrows, especially because Woo Slime had heavily hinted he possessed even more private scandalous tea about their past, information he could potentially shop around to media blogs. Whether that was a bluff or a genuine threat, nobody knew for sure, but it undeniably ratcheted up the tension in an already chaotic situation. Then came the moment that truly made waves. Sexyy Red appeared on Angeli's Lip Service podcast in June 2023 and got astonishingly candid. She flat out admitted to having been through a few tough times and, shocking everyone, confessed to catching an infection twice in the past. It was one of those jaw-dropping moments that had the internet collectively spinning, torn between applauding her brutal honesty and criticizing her for oversharing. But one thing's for sure, it cemented her name firmly in the headlines.
A PSA right now. So how no, but how did you, so you felt it like you was burning?
No, it'd be a smell.
For chlamydia?
So, when Ray J brazenly hopped on livestream, spinning tales of a mid-flight encounter with Sexyy Red, the internet didn't just throw shade, it unleashed a full-blown solar eclipse of scorn. People were quick to suggest he'd picked up more than just attention with that ludicrous story, especially with the serious chatter already swirling around Sexyy Red's name. The masses were clowning him relentlessly, asking, "Ray, are you serious right now?" The whole situation blew up online, and not in a good way, to say the least. Let's be real, Ray J is practically the grand architect of celebrity pot stirring, but this time, it felt different. What compels a grown man, a 44-year-old at that, to jump on live and concoct stories that clearly don't add up, especially about someone who hasn't co-signed a single word? If he was just trying to be funny, the internet wasn't laughing. People were genuinely concerned, asking, is Ray J okay? Because this wasn't just a misstep, it was messy, it was loud, and it screamed desperate. Some fans are now absolutely convinced Ray J is chasing headlines with more vigor than he's chasing inner peace. The man has been at the epicenter of far too much chaos lately, from the never-ending rocky divorce filings with Princess Love, to getting dragged into those wild Diddy party rumors, and even being name-dropped in the lingering drama around Whitney Houston's tragic passing years ago. And now, this latest stunt with Sexyy Red. Come on now. It's like he's perpetually teetering on the edge of a brand new mess. And while Ray J did eventually appear on national TV to apologize, claiming he wasn't in the right headspace when he made that statement, the damage was already cemented. Even if he didn't intend for it to sound the way it did, why even utter it in the first place? That kind of reckless talk can absolutely shatter someone's reputation. reputation, and his own too. There are tangible consequences behind every careless sentence, and it's high time he starts internalizing that. Fans are genuinely torn. Some are convinced he's merely a headline-hungry attention seeker, while others speculate there might be something far deeper unfolding behind the scenes. Is he truly just addicted to being in the mix, or is there a more profound struggle at play that he's not addressing? Because at this point, it's looking far more serious than just being a simple clout chaser. So we want to know what you think. Is Ray J simply doing too much for attention? Or is this a flashing red light, a sign that he desperately needs to step back and confront whatever he's truly grappling with away from the cameras? Drop your thoughts, theories, and hot takes in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We've got way more piping hot tea coming soon, so stay locked in. See you next time.